In the 106th minute of the World Cup final, a substitute struck, and Lionel Messi's last dream died. Spain had beaten Argentina 1-0 to win the 2026 World Cup, and football would never feel the same. It happened at MetLife Stadium near New York, where over 80,000 fans watched history turn instantly. This was the first ever 48-team World Cup, hosted across the United States, Canada, and Mexico. For Argentina, it was heartbreak. For Spain, a second star, and the crowning of a brand new era. But to grasp why this final stunned the world, you must see how impossibly good Spain had become. Across the entire tournament, Spain conceded just one goal, the fewest any World Cup winner has ever allowed. They arrived unbeaten in 38 straight matches, a wall of red that opponents simply could not break. Their manager, the calm, understated Luis de la Fuente, was quietly chasing a remarkable record of his very own. Standing in their way were Argentina, the defending champions, and the greatest player many of us will see. Lionel Messi, now 39, had done the impossible, dragging his country to one last farewell World Cup final. He became the first man ever to start 3 World Cup finals, the oldest outfield player to do so. The whole planet tuned in. Could Messi write one final fairy tale, or would youth seize the throne? From the first whistle, the match crackled with tension. Tight, physical, and at times downright bad-tempered. Spain controlled the ball, patient and relentless, probing for the single crack that might decide everything. But Argentina had a wall of their own. Goalkeeper Emiliano Martínez, playing in the form of his life. Save after save, he kept them alive, making 11 stops, the most ever in a World Cup final. The teenager Lamine Yamal, just 19, danced down the wing, twisting defenders and lighting up the stage. Then, in stoppage time, the game exploded. Argentina's Enzo Fernández flew in with a reckless, dangerous challenge. Out came the red card. Argentina were down to 10 men, the score still locked at 0-0. 90 minutes ended goalless, and the final pushed into 30 nerve-shredding minutes of extra time. Sensing the moment, de la Fuente sent on Ferran Torres, a substitute hungry to prove a point. Deep into extra time, Spain worked the ball wide, and Nico Williams broke into the danger zone. The ball dropped perfectly for Torres, who drilled it low and hard past Martínez from close range. The 106th minute. 1-0 Spain. MetLife Stadium erupted, and suddenly the trophy felt within reach. Argentina threw everyone forward, but Spain's defense stayed calm, exactly as it had all tournament long. Incredibly, Argentina's first real shot didn't arrive until the 117th minute, and Spain smothered even that. When the final whistle blew, red shirts collapsed onto the turf. Spain were champions of the world. For only the second time ever, and the first since 2010, Spain lifted football's greatest prize. Back then it was Iniesta's goal in South Africa. Now a whole new generation matched the legends. Luis de la Fuente became the oldest coach in history to win a World Cup, aged 65. His masterpiece was that defense. Mean, disciplined, and nearly unbeatable, one goal conceded across the entire run. Away from the celebrations, the individual awards captured a tournament that overflowed with brilliance from the first day to the last. Spain's Rodri claimed the golden ball as the tournament's finest player, pulling every string from deep in midfield. France's Kylian Mbappé took the golden boot as the tournament's top scorer, finishing with a stunning 10 goals. Messi ended on 8 goals, dragging Argentina agonizingly close, before falling short at the very last hurdle. Afterward, he collected his runner-up medal, and for once the great Lionel Messi was moved to tears. Then came the image that defined the night, a passing of the torch you could actually see. Lamine Yamal, 19 years old, walked straight over and wrapped the heartbroken legend in a warm embrace. One era was ending, another beginning, and both men seemed to understand exactly what they shared. Yamal had already rewritten the record books simply by being there, on the grandest stage, at such an astonishingly young age. He's the first player ever to reach both a European Championship final and a World Cup final as a teenager. His partner Nico Williams turned provider, setting up the goal that won Spain the entire tournament. Coach De La Fuente praised Torres and Yamal for selflessly sacrificing themselves for the team all night. This wasn't one hero, it was a squad, deep, fearless, and terrifyingly young, built to dominate. Spain now hold the European crown and the World Cup at once, kings of the whole football world. They didn't just win, they won without losing, without cracking, and without conceding almost anything at all. For Argentina and Messi, it closed an unforgettable, golden chapter in the story of the sport. For Spain, it was the birth of a dynasty, led by a teenager the world cannot stop watching. The greatest final ended not with Messi's fairy tale, but with Spain announcing the future had arrived.